The music was a little bit brief for the introduction. Let's go ahead and fade that out. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. All right. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm having a great Tuesday so far. But you guys have probably noticed, let me turn this microphone around real quick. You guys have probably noticed, anybody who happens to drop in and see this, probably noticed I haven't been on stream very much. I haven't really been, I've popped into other people's streams. I've tried to as best as I can. But it's been a super, super busy past few days. Things are okay. They're just busy and, you know, dealing with some serious stuff, but we're all good. I just hadn't had time to sit down and do a stream. So I wanted to sit down and do a stream. I thought that would be fun, a nice way to blow off steam. Right now, I'm just got a shot to hopefully keep me protected from the stuff going on in the world. I know you're not supposed to say what specifically, but I think we all know what's going on. And I was told, hey, give it a little bit of time. You know, make sure everything's okay. Make sure you're all right. Make sure you're. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, let me blow off some steam. Let me play Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country. And then I decided I haven't played Super Mario World, so let me get moved over to that. Just get us scooted over. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see that nice and well. I'm not sure if the game is loud enough. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Maybe you guys can hear it a little bit better there. But yeah, so this is one of my favorite games. I love this game. I've played this game for years. But it's not like Donkey Kong Country 3 and some of these other games where I'm super, super proficient. And this isn't going to be me doing a no-death run or anything super impressive. It's just going to be me playing a game that I enjoy and going through it and, you know, playing as many levels as I can. I'm not doing it as a guaranteed 96 exit, but I do want to play and do as many exits as I can. And I did pick the one that has 0, just because if you pick the one that has 0, you automatically don't have to watch the little opening cutscene, which is nice. That's speedrun tax, but also not really. All right, let's see. Controls are. I gotta get used to the controls again, though. I feel pretty good. It's really weird now because we've worked so hard in our new games to make sure that there's as little latency as possible. And there's not a lot of latency on these controllers, but it does seem like when you go and you're playing one of the newer games, it does seem like you get a little bit more latency than you normally would. Whoops. Than you normally would. You know, on a newer one. I've been playing what little I've gotten to kind of play. I've been playing Resident Evil 2, the remake for the Xbox Series X, and obviously that thing, I mean, it reacts just famously. Obviously, it's a brand new console. You know, they nailed it. I don't know. I really like Nintendo anyway, though. I like this. This game came out in 1991. I love this game. This is one of the games I've been playing since the 90s. Whoops. And so even though I try to pass it in some fashion or another at least once a year. It doesn't necessarily always happen, but I try to. There we go. We'll just boink. I got it. Okay, cool. But yeah, I try to pass it. It doesn't always happen, but I try to pass it once a year in some capacity. I know enough to get through 96 exits, not cleanly, but I know how to I can do it. But it's just one of those games that I made a video of this game in AR video game says, my favorite Mario game of all time. Mine too, hands down. And welcome, by the way, AR. I really appreciate you for dropping in. It's good to get to stream again for a bit, and I'm glad you were able to drop in and say hi. Yeah, this is my favorite as well. I've been playing this. Yeah, AR, how's it going? I hope all is well. Yeah, I mean, things have been busy. There's a little stress, but nothing I can't manage. It's just, you know, life happens, kind of thing. I'm trucking, and I'll be just fine. Everything's gonna be good. But I need to blow off some steam. I figured, you know, I'll just do that. I'll had some time. I figured I'll jump on, blow off some steam. And you know, let go of a little stress, maybe a little bit of tension that comes from all the different various things, and play one of my favorite games of all time. I like this game a lot. I've played this game since the early 90s, as crazy as that is. And I remember, there we go. I remember this game being one of the games that was, which I like about it, is more intuitive. In a lot of cases, like, if I pick this up right now and right now I'm gonna think about it, but I remember, you know, you can literally what happened? You can literally have somebody pick this game up that it doesn't think about it, and it just flows. It's nice. I like it. Doom is my stress reliever. Mortal Kombat 2. LOL. Yeah, yeah. those are great stress relievers, by the way. I don't know. Like, I'm a little weird when it comes to video games. So if and I'll say it. I don't know if I have it fully classified. There are games that I go to when I'm stressed, like this one, or when I wouldn't say I'm stressed. When I have stress, games like this I go to typically because of the kind of, you know, it's cutesy and everything's green and pink and there's a little, I'm riding a little dinosaur and like there's a cutesy nature to it. And then when I get angry, if I'm upset at something, I'll jump into something. So if I'm stressed or need to relieve tension, this game, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I usually jump on that one pretty quick. That's a very relaxing game for me. Okay, and I don't need those other 2 coins. I'm at 77. But if I'm angry, yeah, I'm with you. Those aren't necessarily the ones I jump to just because I'm, you know, different. But yeah, I definitely want to blow something up. Doom is a great one though. Doom getting to blow something up. Mortal Kombat's great too, I guess. They're both really good, I should say, choices. If I jump to angry games, I don't know what game I'd jump to. If I'm angry... Oh. I don't know what game I jump to most if I'm angry. I want to say... I don't know. I have to give that some thought. I'll come back to that in just a second. Give it some thought. Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest. Shovel Knight is the one for me, and anything from Nintendo. Oh, I know. Nintendo is the best at making games that are just fun, and you're not worried about everything. Yeah. And Shovel Knight's great. I think Yacht Club did that, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Yacht Club games also has kind of become synonymous with, like, stress relief and just fun, you know, wholesome games. I love Shovel Knight. I'm not good at it, but I love it. I got Shovel Knight. I remember when it was. I mean, it's crazy how much time has passed, but I remember when Shovel Knight was just being shown, and I'm like, oh, this is a good choice. This is a good. I mean, this is not a good choice. This is a good. They made this game well, and in a fashion that I really like, and I thought, oh, we'll never see that again, and then I see now that they've got like Jump King, which has the same style, real fun. I don't know. Yacht Club Games, okay. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yacht Club Games is impressive as all heck, in my opinion. As a talented group of people. I guess recently, if I had to pick a retro, they published Cyber Shadow, a fantastic... Yeah, Cyber Shadow is super hard. I played a little bit of it, I stopped it because it was very similar to The Messenger, which I also really enjoy, and I'm almost done with The Messenger. And so I didn't want to start Cyber Shadow until I was properly done with The Messenger. But oh man, it's so... Did I get 30? Nope, didn't get 30. 30 coins in the level, and you get a 1-up out of that star. I didn't have 30 coins in the level. Yeah, Cyber Shadows, I got it for I have it for Series X, and it's not my preferred controller for it, but it works really well. It works fine. Yeah, I don't know. I still can't think of what game I go to when I'm angry. I still can't think of which one I like to jump to when I'm upset. I guess it depends on if my friends are over. If my friends are over, I think I jump to Street 2, honestly. I think I go to Street 2 from... EA used to have a division in the early 2000s called EA Big, and EA Big games, for the most part, not all of them, were fantastic. But I feel like that they hit their apex at on Street 2. And if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. Street 2, I think, was made for both Xbox and PlayStation 2. But it is this insane... there's a video on my channel if you decide to check it out. Caution, any of the episodes that aren't solo typically have foul language and potentially offensive humor. I typically flag that in the video, but just in case. But anyway, it's this kind of street football game where you're jumping and running off walls and throwing footballs. And I think 3, they did a great job, but they went a little over the top, and 1, you couldn't do quite as much. I think 2 was just that perfect balance. Really? 2 was just that perfect balance. Come on, give me that star. There we go. I was having trouble there. Yoshi, come on. I don't have enough enemies to get a 1-up. Another 1-up. Oh, that's okay. Video games for fun. It's an interesting thought. Also, hello. Oh, hi there. Welcome, Viddy. I apologize. I have been absent for some time due to just life events. So I'm jumping back on. Hopefully, I don't know if it's. I've got a rough couple of days and potentially even weeks ahead of me. I don't know if I can hit this fast enough, but I'm gonna try. Nope. Flower's the one I have the roughest time hitting. I can usually hit all mushrooms or all stars, but I have a rough time with flower. I got a rough, not rough, not bad. Everything's okay. But it's gonna be super. We'll say busy. If that's fair. And so I'm hoping to go back to some level of regular streaming at some point. But for now, I just try to jump in and get streams where I can, and try not to lose contact with some of the awesome people that I've gotten to meet and associate with, present company included, of course. There's I think I made mention of this, I think it's, at this point, it's probably 5-6 years old. There is a phenomenal, it's about 5 minutes long, orchestral version of this castle theme. And it is phenomenal. 1,000 points, please. Thank you. It is absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion. Evening, guys. Well, welcome to the... I did what I didn't want to do. It's alright, we're fine. Oh, it is? Yeah, I guess it is, yeah. Oh, good evening. It threw me off. I was sitting there thinking evening, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what time it is over there. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you all for being here, dropping in, saying hi. Let me really quickly pause this, because I missed a comment, and I'm so sorry, Viddy. I've been coughing and moving into my new place, which is going well. Oh, congratulations again, by the way, and I'm happy to hear that. So I've been a bit less active on social media and gaming as well. Well, having an easy morning. Oh, good. It's morning over there. It's morning over there? My goodness, what time is it here? 6:04 p.m. over here, so. Oh, Orchestral Memorial World music. I better have a listen. Yeah, if I'm sure I can share it at some point. I'm not sure. Well, I'll probably, if I can share it, I'll put a link down in the description when this is a published video. of the one I'm specifically speaking about, but there, I'm sure, are several different renditions and things that you'll be able to give a listen to. In all honesty, it's pretty great, though. And it's specifically this song, which I absolutely love, so... Oh, whoa. Mario there? There we go. Ah, I tried to get a freeze frame. Oh, wow, okay. Gotcha. Triple Lot 4 over there, so it's just past midnight for you guys. So yeah, you're a good... Well, my watch is probably a little fast, but you're at least a good 6 hours ahead. Video 9 a.m. at the moment, or you can show it on Twitter or something. Yeah, that's a good idea too. That's a very good idea. 9 a.m. there, and just past midnight for AR, and 6. That's such a crazy thing. Just past 6 p.m. over here in the specific parts of the states that I'm in, of course. I try to keep track of everybody's time, like I said, but sometimes it's tough to remember all of it. AR, I think I kind of remember, because I believe you're technically in the same time zone as another streamer, Hapes, I think, who you're familiar with. And but I did forget Vidi. I didn't have your time off the cuff. My apologies. Time's a big deal to me, so I try to keep as good a track as I'm not scared of many things. In fact, I'm not really scared of anything that I can think of, save for things that you'd normally be scared of as a... Well, go over there. Things you'd normally be scared of as a, as a dad and as a spouse and a dad, right? But well, I'll tell you, if I had to pick a fear, out of all the horrors in the world, I am definitely, I'd say chronophobic. Chronophobic would be my thing, and it's not necessarily chronophobia. It's more like entropy as a result of time. And I'm not talking about the principle of entropy, but I'm talking about the colloquialism of entropy, the deterioration and decay of things over time. That's a horrifying thought to me. I'm in the future. Time zones. Let's see, 005 over here too. So, okay, so you guys are all kind of in that same area then. That's perfect. That makes it easy. Time zones be so weird. Makes it hard to do an online Animal Crossing with people I talk to in the UK. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you gotta think, yeah, at this point, people in my neck of the woods are just, they've just barely gotten off of work, and so it's 9 in the morning over there. The best time for you to do it is in the morning, if you want to do it with the States, I guess. The UK, it's different, I get, but, you've got to bridge that gap, and then of course UK may be a little bit easier, but still, That's the title of Chrono Trigger, almost. It is, but Chrono Trigger's got such a nice... I love Chrono Trigger, and I love Time Shift and all these things, but I think I like the concept of being in control of time, or having some level of control of time. I think having control of time... A lot of people say, oh, well, if time is valuable because it is fleeting, and I don't agree with that. I think that value is something that we create, and I think that we can do that. I think that because we are the creators of value in whatever activity or time or whatever it is that you're placing that value in. If your creativity and your ability to place value on something is infinite, then the amount of times you can do it, and the length of time and the number of times you can do it is infinite. Then the amount of time you should have to do it should be infinite. I know that's not how science works, but that's a weird concept. That's very it's borderline existential. I'm not asking why we're alive. I'm pontificating on it for no good reason. Any which way. Sorry to get a little bit weird there. That's just an odd thought I wanted to voice. I think it would be. I think it would be I think it would be super interesting. By the way, if that happened, I obviously know that time zones they accommodate for, but I think it'd be good. Some. Whoa, little mushroom guy. Some people say time is a concept that's probably invented to scare us. Time being valuable, short, etc. Yeah, time's unusual, right? Because a lot of people talk about time being a separate dimension, the fourth dimension, which I think is... I don't believe the fourth dimension is that. If I understand Carl Sagan and such teaching the concept of fourth dimensional physics, which is that of a tesseract, the fourth dimension is essentially a simultaneous control of the previous three dimensions. So, dimension 1 is height, dimension width, dimension 2 is width, depth is the third dimension, and then the concept of all three of those being able to morph, which would create the illusion of size, would be the fourth dimension, technically. So if I were to move something in the fourth dimension, it would grow larger or smaller, not farther or nearer. But I do believe that the measurements of time are absolutely something, a human creation because of, well, I feel like we say necessity, and I feel like that's correct. We have to measure everything, right? And so time is the same way that we would measure in the same way that we would measure a foot or a meter, we need to measure a length or distance of time. Boy, that's a lot. Welcome to Nova Science Now with grossly underqualified retro room. I enjoy talking it though. Hopefully it doesn't take any. Hopefully nobody is too upset about it. For the at least in brevity, the amount of time I got to speak about it. Boy, those hitboxes are just the shells, aren't they? My goodness. Oh, I forget. That's for the one-up, but I don't actually need to go down here. Dang it. All right. Well, that's fine. Or people, whoops, or time being invented for day-night cycle. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a form of measurement. Time is the ruler of the universe. The best way that I can say it. I know that sounds a lot, and it's probably been said. That's a Neil deGrasse Tyson type quote, but I just got a text saying I want to give away. Seems sketchy. I'm gonna say this. Don't click the link. You know it. AR Retro, when are you launching your third channel where we all just geek out on science? Haha. I don't know. I would love to do something like that where I'm just sitting and talking about stuff like that, but a podcasty style, format, but I also don't want to I'd want to make sure people would want to listen. I'm saying this now as a part of the kind of blow steam off, but science was what I was that was my college, my majors were molecular biology and psychology. Were what I decided to double major in, and it's fun. It's fun to talk about. I took philosophy and all kinds of other things, but they weren't my majors. But I've always enjoyed it. I love this stuff. It's all good. Well, I'm glad you do enjoy it. Wait, you have a second channel? I do have a second channel, Viddy. So a little known fact about me, and not something terribly interesting, but it's fun, I think, enough. So I have a channel right now out called Mechanos Cards, Mekanos Kards. So Mechanos is a fictitious word rather, I should say. And cards is just misspelled. But anyway, I have spent the better part of 30 years working and demonstrating and learning card cheat and card flourish and all these different techniques with playing cards, including but not limited to having the opportunity to see these firsthand and to get to work and do stuff in Las Vegas, Nevada, I guess it should be said. And I get to demonstrate and potentially teach some of those. And so there's a trailer up right now on it. Everything on that... Oops, I forgot about this. Everything on that channel is, just a caution for anybody who doesn't like it, everything on that channel is currently shot and rendered in black and white. That is just because I am not a phenomenal color corrector when it comes to the editing phase. I'm not... very stellar, and because I use multiple camera angles and multiple cameras to do it, I have trouble matching the color scheme of all of those really well. The black and white's really nice. So yeah, I've got a trailer. Trailer I think is a little under 2 minutes long. I could be wrong, maybe a little over, but it's around 2 minutes long, I think. And it's just me demonstrating some of the card techniques, including 3-card Monty cheat, a cheaty little deal that you'll see me do where I pull a random card out of the pack and then I'm able to deal the aces. Even though I put that card on the pack, you'll see that. And I'll teach that technique later, of course, but a couple of flourishes, I think. No, I didn't do any flourishes on that, honestly. Which is ironic because, spoiler, I'm not going to say what specifically, but my first video to getting people interested is teaching a flourish, not a cheat technique. It's teaching a flourish. And I've already filmed it. It took me, it's taking days to edit. I filmed, it took me 3 hours to film. And it's taking me days and days to edit because I'm trying to get those 2 hours and 50 something minutes or whatever. But anyway, I'm trying to get that down to, you know, a digestible 10 or 15 minute video. that I'm not just rambling on, so. Hey Thumb, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's good to get to talk with you. I have been offline a little bit. I know that we hadn't gotten to talk in a while, and I'm so sorry about that. That's essentially what I want to say. But I had just a little rare opportunity to hop on and play a little bit, and I thought, why not? Why not take advantage of that? Anna is... She decided to make a run to the... She decided to make a run to work out. So she went out of town to do that briefly, and that's the nearest place to do it. So I thought, well, okay, I got time. I got a little bit of time. But anyway, yeah. Right, now I got this. Now I can't even finish the... I can, but... Alright, all the capes in the world. And there we go. Yeah, I hope... Yeah, Gib, if you get a chance, like I said, it's nothing you have to do, obviously, if you're not particularly interested in what you see, you know, and there's no pressure to subscribe or do anything like that. It's just another passion I have. I've done it professionally, semi-professional. I've done it as an amateur, as a semi-professional, and as a professional. In different various capacities. I have to remember. Is this the one? This is the one where it's over here, isn't it? No, you don't, Mario. Yep, that's the one. Okay. I have to remember, this opens the super secret area, but I had to remember there's one where you go all the way to the left, and there's one where you go all the way to the, whoops, the right. But yeah, if you do think it's something you'll be interested on, obviously everybody's welcome, and please go give it a view and see what you think, and give me if you have time. I don't want to impose, of course, but if you have time and you're willing, feel free to give me constructive criticisms on the things that you like and don't like, and what's easy to digest, and where there was, you know, where maybe I could be a little clearer. Go away, ghosts. Okay, you know what? I'm fine with this. 1-1 up. I mean, whoops! I got scared. Sorry about that. There was no danger at all, but I was scared because he was incorporeal. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, if anybody decides, I've got so many projects going right now, I don't know necessarily that I'd be able to do that, but I do love talking about random, just weird stuff. I have a great group of friends that I've had for many years at this point, and we love to get together and talk philosophy on all types of topics. And I don't want the flowers. Give84, can you help me at poker? Yeah, I mean, it depends on specifically what you're asking for, but sure, I mean, yeah, that could help. A lot of what I get to do that is fun, and that I'll get to do. So I guess I should explain a little bit more in depth the specifics of what I get to do. Real quick, I want a video where you teach us how to throw cards as deadly lethal weapons. Thank you. I can do that. I can do weird stuff like Twin Peaks. You know what? I'm not familiar with Twin Peaks. I'm so sorry I don't get the reference. To AR, I can do that. I can teach you to throw. I don't know about deadly, but I can definitely teach you how to throw them as harmful. I can show you how to throw a pack of. Yeah, you don't do it this time. You go around again. Here we go. I can definitely show you how to throw a pack of cards and get it stuck in something. Yeah, because that's the thing I wanted to do, is jump right on that ghost's head. Wow. Thanks, me. Alright, here we go. Ricky J, I think it was 1987? Okay, there we go. Ricky J did I think it was a book in 87. It could be a little older than that, honestly. Did a book called Cards as Weapons. At that time, he was the world record holder. Now it is Rick Smith Jr. And because of these guys becoming more prominent, having been prominent and then becoming more so over time, they've made cards that are thicker. Not outside of, you can still shuffle them and such. I believe there's a deck called the Phoenix deck out there, and they're made for throwing, and they're made thicker, and they're made to stick and stuff, but they're still cards. You can still shuffle them and play games with them. So Gibbs says, hey, do a Flat Earth channel, LOL. I don't want to disappoint anybody on here who might be a flat earther, but I am under the impression that the Earth is an obloid spheroid. That's my belief. If you are a flat earther, I am happy to have you here nonetheless, but I just have a slightly different opinion. Actually, I'll rephrase Twin Peaks as David Lynch's filmmaking, or abstract surrealism, or what our dreams mean, or where ideas come from. I like that concept. I like the concept of. I think that's a really neat concept. It's so interesting though, because those words. I think I understand it, but the words that you've used to describe them as well have so many different. They're so abstract, and there's so many different peaks, which I think are not necessarily divergent, that those could stem from. It's so crazy. I love that though. That's fantastic. AR Retro will have 15 channels by the end of 2021. Probably, and none of them will break 100 subscribers, but you know what? It's okay. Honestly, I don't care really. I think I've said this before, and I want to make this clear. I don't care about the subscribers, but boy, I want to say straight out, I am so grateful for people like yourself, AR, Viddy, Gib, Thumb. All of you guys have been great. I've made some really great friends. I'm so happy that I came into this because I wanted to do something fun for, while everything was kind of crazy and maybe negative. And I've got some really great, if I may say, friends from this, and I think it's really awesome. So I want to say again, thank you guys so much for being so amazing and being willing to talk and all that kind of good stuff. It's so great. AR video games, huh? Then how will I keep track of them all? Oh, sorry, I have. Fair enough. Flat Earthers truly fascinating. They do, I get it. Okay, if I can opine, my opinion on Flat Earthers, I think Flat Earthers, and I'm not saying that there's not genuine conviction, okay? But I believe, I personally am under the impression that most Flat Earthers are where people were when they were discovering the Earth and the roundness of the Earth. I believe the Earth. I believe the Earth being discovered as round is a darn old theory, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the first observation / hypothesis concerning a round Earth was Pythagoras, which that tells you how old that theory is. But at that time, to say that the Earth was round would not have been the Whoops. Well, I'm gonna save myself. Sorry, Yoshi. That would not have been the popular theory, and that particular theory being correct, especially as far back, has become more impressive as time moves on, because he dared to believe what others didn't. And I feel like that we're having that kind of same theory now that it's so well established that the Earth is an obloid spheroid, or a spheroid at all, right? A three-dimensional object. It's very different, and I think a lot of them feel like if they with conviction can prove that they're not in line with our current paradigm, or that current paradigm, that they will be the next, Pythagoras, the next genius that will go down in history. And I believe they have genuine conviction too, and I don't begrudge any of them, but That's my thought. Is it's the same kind of rubbing against the grain that they used to do in ancient Greece. It's just rubbing against the grain when we have science that can back things up now. The meeting of friends will be especially prevalent in my showcase project. If it's anything like I imagine it's going to be. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to get. I have my list. I need to get it to you. I will get it to you ASAP. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Yoshi died. I know. I wouldn't have been able to save us both. I tried, but I flubbed up. Thumb, Retro Room, Viddy, Gib, and AR. Welcome back, Thumb. I was saying I appreciate everybody for dropping in, and I had made a comment earlier about how grateful I am, and I want to make sure that you hear it. How grateful I am to have met such friends as you guys that have been willing to drop in, and even offline getting to talk to me in some instances. And I try to drop in wherever I possibly can. If you guys are streaming AR, I've gotten to jump into a stream of yours or so, and of course I like to watch your guys' videos and leave likes, and if I'm in the position to, I try to comment as well. But I don't expect necessarily that, but I'm just very grateful for the friends, and that's definitely not limited to just anyone particular, but all of you guys. I really appreciate that. I hit the wrong button to unpause. You'd think I've been playing Nintendo for 30 years. I should have waited. Yep, I done messed that one up. Oh my goodness. Sorry for rambling on Flat Earth. That's my theory on why Flat Earthers are Flat Earthers, but I could be completely wrong. And I do believe that, like I said, I do believe that there is genuine conviction. I don't think that they're just making it up. I think some of them, you know, may jump on the, oh, I forgot this guy is not good. I think some of them may jump on the hype train, so to speak, but I think it's popular to quote-unquote revolutionize the paradigm. So, and that's okay. That kind of thinking, it takes a lot of guts. It also takes a lot of direction. And so. What happened? Boom. Did I not hit that last Galumba? Son of a gun. Alright, well, that's fine. I don't want that flower. I want capes. I want feathers. I don't know if I missed. I see everybody saying thanks to Thumb, and I apologize. I can only see one or two comments, excuse me, from Thumb. So if I'm missing something that I should be thanking you for, Thumb, my apologies. Not saying that I wouldn't thank you anyway, but I'm not seeing with any specificity what specifically that might be in this case. I can extend a general thank you though for having been awesome. We had we had a crazy. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I wanted the star. Man, we had a crazy conversation at some point, and that was kind of nice too. And they say not all heroes wear capes. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I was just thinking when you said that. I don't know why, but the Two-Face line: you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Can you imagine what would the live long enough to see Mario become the villain entail? Like, he has been around for years and for what, 40 some odd years? Oh, you know what though? No, it doesn't apply to Mario. It does apply to Donkey Kong. I don't know. Hello, Governor. It took me a minute to figure out what that was. Hey, Super Mega Retro Dudes, thanks for dropping in. Thank you so very much. Yugoslav Video Game Nerd. Retro Room Viddy at AR Video Games, Thumb Bros, the movie, the game. Is this a hidden gem? You know, I don't know. I didn't know if the word was out about this one, so I figured I'd have to play it. This is one of my favorite games of all time, guys. I really like this a lot. So, I appreciate you guys for jumping in on it, because it is a I know it's a game that gets done a lot, but it's such a nice way to blow off steam, in my opinion. I hope there's no mic bleed. I do have my puppies outside barking at the... Barking? I don't know what they're barking at, but they're barking. And we have a lot of puppies. We got 6 puppies, so I hope they're not making too much noise there. Boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just beat this yesterday. Very nice. Yeah. It's one of my go-to blow-off Steam games. It's really, really nice. But I'm not... I was saying I'm not good enough to do, you know, clean, no-death run or anything like that. I'm decent enough to play the game and pass it and know the 96 exits, where they are and the like, but... I've been watching some of... obviously, Yugoslav, I've been watching stuff you've been putting up. I've been watching some stuff from Celestial Light as well. Of course, Celestial's been doing no-death runs, and it's been absolutely insane. You guys who are doing the no-death runs are insanely talented. On my best games, one of my best games of all time is Donkey Kong Country 3, and I couldn't do a no-death run. I don't think I could, at least. I'm pretty sure I would die. I do Banjo-Kazooie as well, which I think I could potentially do a no-death run on, because it's not ridiculously difficult. But I use death warps a lot at the same time if I'm trying to get through it. Like, if I have 5 lives, I'll just do it. Okay, I gotta slow down. There's some chat going on here that I have missed, and I apologize. Okay, some reason I rank Red Dead Redemption number 3 on my top 10 list. Am I missing? I'm sorry. Am I missing something you guys are talking about, or are you guys? Reason I rank Red Dead number 3 in my top 10. So I didn't. Okay, all right, I gotcha. Considering what that was we talked about earlier on, it's interesting to note what games like this one are good for relieving stress. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. More listing when I can't explain why, but every time I get a top games list, it just makes me jump for joy. I just enjoy so much the titles that people select. And then AR Retro is going to do a no-death speedrun of Banjo-Kazooie as he tries to convert flat earthers. Hey guys, you guys want to watch the slam on the ground trick where you can prevent you from killing Banjo and Kazooie from high heights? And also, I think the Earth is round. That's my intro. You know. And like I said, no offense, it's just a, you know, difference of opinion there, hypotheses, but I intend to do an NDR4, no death run, excuse me, I don't know why I read that I read it and then I read it wrong and then I read it right again, for Conker's Bad Fur Day someday. That would be insane. If you, in my opinion, Conker's Bad Fur Day, great game though it is decently difficult. And by decently, I mean pretty darn difficult. I like the game. I know this is a somewhat unpopular opinion. I don't like it as much as Banjo-Kazooie personally, but I do like it. I do like it quite a bit. Well, Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil 4, Chrono Trigger, GoldenEye 007, Super Metroid, Doom, Castlevania, Soten, so specifically Symphony of the Night, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and Uncharted 2. Nice. Yeah, those are all solid picks. Those are all solid. So ironically, my favorite game, it's really difficult for me to say it because I have so many games I love so much. But my favorite game is... Viddy, I'm going to ask first because I know you're doing something on this and I don't want it to be a major spoiler. Can I say what mine is? Because I know I'm submitting a list to you. Is that something that you're okay with, or my top 6 favorite games? Or is that something that you would rather I just wait and let you and everybody kind of handle when you do finish the project up? Because I don't want to spoil any content. Bit of it. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I sometimes I try to read out loud to make sure that I'm getting everybody's comments. So I apologize. Sometimes I read out that it's at someone else in the chat. I'm still not phenomenal at navigating that. I'm gonna practice though. I'm gonna practice to get better. Boink. Try again, Morton. Oh well, you did good. You did real good. That second attack, solid. I should not have called your bluff. Go. You're like Roy, but you give me a whole, like, 1.5 inch difference. I'm okay because the way it's looking, there are going to be so many to submit. Illicit spoilers are almost not a... Okay, well, that's fair. I think my favorite game, if I had to pick a game of all time, the May 9th deadline. Gotcha. Okay. That's good, too, for that reminder. By the way, I appreciate that thumb, because if that is indeed the case, that does help me make sure that I'm staying on top of it. And May 9th is now, not long from now. That's. But my favorite game of all time, I'd say it's pretty niche. I definitely see it on top 10s lists and top 100s lists, and greatest games of X list, right? Whether that be year, generation, etc. But I love KOTOR. It's not a particularly okay. I'm sorry, I was just reading the deadlines to make sure I want to remain compliant in that. RE4 is my favorite game of all time. That RE4, I think anybody who picks RE4 as their favorite game of all time has an absolutely... Oh, and text explanations, if not a video, audio recording, okay. I honestly think anybody who has that game as their favorite game of choice is absolutely, like, I remember for the longest time, that's what I would consider to be the near perfect game, if not the perfect game. So I completely understand that. And it definitely falls in my list, but it's odd how obviously my preference and biases, however that's appropriately said, skewer that. My favorite game of all time is KOTOR. It's not particular. The problem with it, and the reason I don't typically, showcase it is it's just not. It's such a good game, but it's not a game that I would say. There's a 1-up there, but it's not at this point worth it because I don't think it. Well, hold on, it may be worth it. There's a chance that I can accidentally fall too quickly and then despawn. And that doesn't do me any good. Come on. Oh, I went the wrong side. There's another P balloon over here, but if I can't get there in time... I got there in time. We're fine. Okay. Yeah, KOTOR is just not a particular... It's a fun game, but it's not particularly interesting in my... From what I understand. I'm interested in it, but again, that's bias. It's my favorite game of all time, though. I love the story, and there's a bias on it also because it was with me through some decently tough times. That was the game I kind of just went to and played, and so. Plus, music by Jeremy Soule, so. Let's see. I missed a lot in that one little thing. You're a big Star Wars fan too, right? Yes, I am. I'm a colossal Star Wars fan. Have all the movies, the soundtracks, and I have read 301 of the books so far, I believe. I'm still... There's a new Thrawn one coming out that I'm excited about, and I just got the new High Republic novel. I think it's 301 of them. My count could be completely wrong on that. I know it's past 296, but I may be missing a book here or there. Come on, you Rip Van Gogh. It's not Rip Van Gogh, I know that. He doesn't paint. It's Rip Van Winkle, or Fish. Dang it. But yeah, I'm a colossal Star Wars fan. I very much enjoy it. And I started out 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, and then, you know, 7, 8, 9. So I started out kind of the way that the classics got to, and it was nice. Josh X05, just a Josh passing through. Well, hey, thank you for passing through. Thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate you for coming in. It's I hadn't gotten to see you in quite a while, except for I guess I've gotten to talk in other people's chats you've been in, but I want to properly say hi. I've been a bit half asleep. What is the top game you mentioned? Oh, I'm sorry, Viddy. KOTOR, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the original Xbox. The second one is up there in my favorites, but it's not my number one for some reasons that I don't want to. You know, I don't want to pull out and tell everybody everything just because I don't want to bore you with the point. But with my arbitrary reasonings there, I should say. But I really enjoyed the first one. Got a ghost house here. I love Star Wars. I love the Star Wars universe. I really love Star Wars music though. That's probably, if I had to pick one thing that pulled me into the universe of Star Wars more than anything, it's the music. And honestly, it's not just John Williams' music. I think Michael Giacchino, who did Rogue One, did a phenomenal job. There's a song in there called Hope, which is really good, as well as the games. Jeremy Soule, who did Skyrim and Oblivion, did the music for KOTOR, which I love. And then the SW Tour, SWTOR MMO that came out, the music was done by Mark Griskey, Gordy Hobb. Mark Griskey also did the music for KOTOR too. But just a ton of other artists, and oh my goodness, it's amazing how much an homage they paid to John Williams while still staying true to the Star Wars kind of style of music, but adding an independent. Adding an independent flair to it themselves, or having a sense of identity, their own identity. I love music. I like sound in general. That's why I'm so hardcore with like microphones and stuff too. I love audio. That's a weird thing to say. Let me see here. Yes, KOTOR, that pronunciation, interesting choice. Good Star Wars game, though, too. Or good Star Wars game, too, yeah. I think so, yeah. KOTOR is how I've always heard it. I've heard it KOTOR, I guess, once, but I've mostly heard it KOTOR. But Knights of the Old Republic, I love that game. I remember when I got my original Xbox, and it was on the back of the box. There's a guy with, like, a blue lightsaber in what I didn't know at that time was the Ebon Hawk, and he's got, like a mustache, which is not even a face option that you can have. But anyway... And I was so excited about that, and then 2002 rolls around, and sure enough, 2001, 2002 rolls around, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get that. I picked it up, so. All right, quick boss fight. There we go. So, yeah, I'm excited. If I can say, I can see that there's stuff in there back and forth. I hope I don't interject in a way that would be intrusive, but yeah, I am stoked for Village. All right, that's Star Road. I'm not ready to do Star Road yet, so I'm gonna go the other way around. I am absolutely stoked for Village. I saw. Like I said, I'm replaying. I'm playing the 2 remake. I'm sorry, I'm not replaying that. I'm replaying 2 technically, but I'm playing the 2 remake, which is completely different than the original, and it seems completely different from what I can tell. But it also has been a long time since I played the original 2. And man, it's a Resident Evil games are fantastic. So. I even enjoy, to stay to that same puzzle-solving / inventory management style of game, I really enjoyed Sweet Home also. I thought that was a lot of fun, which I believe was the inspiration for Resident Evil, but if anyone gets the chance to play Sweet Home for the NES, or the Famicom, I believe, I don't think we actually got it for the NES, I highly recommend it. It is... I don't want that. It is worth it. Isn't it? Okay, Viddy. It isn't a weird thing at all. I have a weirdly acute one with hearing aids. Have a weirdly acute understanding of how musical theory and pitch and how that works with playing piano. I almost don't know why. Okay, yeah. No, I say the biggest thing that I have, this is it's not a pet peeve of mine if other people don't. Part of what I want to do is get into a position where I can help people that are interested in doing stuff with audio. But my buddy I have a buddy, and I usually try to give him a shout out, and if he does happen to see this, same shout out to Aaron. He's been on the channel with me a couple of times. Ooh, maybe I should. I'd be up for playing the game that is. But yeah, I believe that's the game that inspired it. It is for the. I said for the NES. We have to get it imported and translated and all that. But I imagine, I actually, you know, I say translated. It may have been a Japan exclusive. I could be wrong. But it's floating out there. If you can't get a hold of it, a cartridge of it, it is floating a ROM out there, and a translation, which I think is. If you can't get it in any other format, obviously I'm not at all opposed to getting it in that way. Really? Okay, well. But it's really fun for the Famicom. Or for the NES. Oh, but yeah, for audio. I love, I like music. Music theory is great as well, but it's, I really like microphones. And specifically, how the spoken word sounds in a microphone. I have a bad habit of collecting microphones, and some of them I don't really use, and some of them I'm not a big fan of, and I still have them, and I don't want to get rid of them because I'm like, well, but I might want to talk into that one eventually. Sean Sexton. Yeah, you blow off that steam. How you doing, bud? I am trying. It has been a little bit rough recently. Nothing that I can't manage, but at the same time, just you know, worth blowing off steam. There we go. I wonder if I have to play it like Mother 3 emulated with the translation. It might be. It may. I'm not familiar with. I can't remember. I know it was not released in the U.S. I don't know if it was just a Japanese exclusive or not. Sadly, so I apologize that I'm not much help on that. But I do know that the ROM floats out there, and obviously I have nothing against. You know, I have nothing against for the sake of preservation. I have absolutely nothing against emulation. Without emulation, I think we would lose a lot of really great games that weren't at their, you know, in their respective times the most publicized and the most played, you know. Everybody knows about this game and you can still get a cartridge, but there are games like that, Laplace's Demon or Laplace Noma, by the way. Another phenomenal game we didn't get over here in the US. Terranigma, we didn't get in the US. And if it wasn't for emulation, we would never have gotten the opportunity or never get the opportunity to play those. So, what's up? I had a free little bit of time, little spot of time, and said I want to play a fun game, and that just so happened to be what I had the ability to do. My interest in microphone, spoken word, and soundscape started with Laurie Anderson, who again did Only an Expert. Huh? Okay. I've always liked. But you could blow off some steams playing. No, I don't want to play Kung Fu. Dang it, Sean. For people who don't know, Sean is an old and personal friend that I've had. So he's got a little bit more insight with the teasing that he'll do. And one of the things that he does is he knows that he believes that Kung Fu, I don't know why, is the best NES game out there, and I don't believe it's all that great of a game, to be fair. Throw that out there. I'm gonna get hit, is what it's gonna happen. Oh, no! Let this be a total loss. It's going to be, because I don't believe I can get out of this hole. Son of a gun. Okay, gotta die. I got Terranigma recently, an actual cartridge. That's fantastic. That is so awesome. I have to play it emulated. There isn't, as far as I can buy a homebrew, there won't be any support given to the original creators or Nintendo or anything, sadly. So buying a homebrew would be supporting an artist who makes homebrew cartridges, and that's great to an extent, but at the same time, it is still emulation. And so, while I'm happy to support small businesses who do that, it's at the same time, it's like, you know, that's part of the gray area for emulation, in my opinion. I don't think it's a lot. It's usually like a, well, just I really screwed that one up, didn't I? That was the most awful thing, because I thought if I got hit, I thought I could kind of brute force it, so to speak, and just keep the key and I'd be fine. But no. Sure, give me that mushroom. It was not at all that. There we go. Vidi, I have to say that was a thumb style joke, and I love it. I love the. I've got to be. I've got to. I don't think it's any. It's probably no secret. I would say that I am a big fan of just the kind of dad corny style dad humor, you might call it. I love that. When you're doing a joke that's completely self-aware of what kind of a joke it is, but at the same time is oh. Okay, why don't I just shoot these guys first? I don't know what my problem is here. There we go. I don't think I've ever lost a... I haven't either. It's, you know, maybe it's stream jitters, I don't know, but my goodness, I did not, that was embarrassing. It's funny, but... Y'all watch Godzilla vs. Kong? No, we haven't. We've, of course, I'll give you the debrief when we get to talk next, but we've been going through a series of trials and tribulations of late, so nothing, like I said, nothing bad, but just stuff we have to get taken care of. Okay. Well, I actually used the key pun once with someone playing Spyro. Oh, okay, all right, well, fair enough. Mario, I mean, Han shot first. Han did not shoot first, Han shot only. That's a distinction. That's the... I don't know why they made that change. It's, oh, well, makes him out to be a cold-blooded killer. He is a cold-blooded killer. He's not a good guy. He's a... Excuse me, I have the hiccups. He's a smuggler, or had the hiccups, excuse me. He's a smuggler slash bounty hunter. He's not supposed to be a good guy. He's not supposed to be a paragon of light. He's supposed to be a shady at best rando. I don't know. Rando Calrissian. Not really. If Kong does an elbow drop off the... I'm not interested. That would be cool. I'm excited to see it. I'm stoked to see it, and we're gonna see it quick. We just had, like I said, I'll give you the specifics when we get to talk next, but we just had stuff pop up that was very important and demanded attention, so... There we go. Yep. And also, Jabba the Hutt was a man in a fur coat. And one that was, in my opinion, not very menacing before they kind of came up with the Huttese language, I think it was, yeah. So. I'm filled to the brim with random and completely useless video game knowledge, and I'm potentially even more so with Star Wars knowledge. I don't know everything for sure. I'm always happy to learn a new thing, especially the new canon stuff is a little tricky to me, but my goodness, I have used my brain for many goods, but I've also used, in retrospect, I've used my brain for many fun things as well that are not potentially all that, you know. If I consider my brain a hard drive with finite space, there is definitely, you know, 6.5 terabytes of my 10 terabyte brain that's dedicated to nothing important. Yeah, we're excited to get to watch the movie though. Just to put that there. Nope, Jabba the Hutt spoken. Really? It's like Pizza the Hutt from Spaceballs. My goodness. Which I think they had Dom DeLuise do the thing in there as well, which was pretty great, so. Okay, I think I am going to cheat this one, because I know you can cheat this platform with this little guy here. I'm going to do it. There we go. There we are. Football guy. Change your football. I was hoping sometimes when you take it across the little ticker tape there, it does its thing. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Had to send a quick message. Not about the money, it's about sending a message. Texting. Because there is no money in it. Okay, come on. What? I have done that more times than I care to count on this specific stream. I'm sure somebody else will go count them, but I don't want to count them because they're embarrassing. I'm not that interested. 55 coins. Yeah, I don't need that. I didn't remember how generous this game was with Spaceballs. Everything that is happening now is happening now. It was. I don't use profanity, so you'll have to forgive my censorship if you are one who prefers the verbatim line. But it makes me every time I think of that movie, I think of obviously the time where they're watching the part of the film that they're at or in at that point, and I also really love the expletive. But even in the future, nothing works. I love how self-aware that film is. I believe it's free on YouTube right now too. I think I'm sure surely everybody at this point has seen it all, but if anybody hasn't seen that, it's a hilarious Mel Brooks parody, and from the 80s, and it's hilariously self-aware, I think. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? There we go. Hello. How you doing? Oh, I was gonna say I've died quite a bit. I think I've only died once, technically, actually. Alright, gotta walk the dog. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you later, bud. Oh, sorry. Let me move here. Let me move some stuff. Get situated. Are you gonna? Well, you can. No one can hear you. That's all. You want people? Hi. Do you want people to be able to hear you?
Oh, I don't want to cause a fuss.
You're not gonna cause a fuss. I don't. Well, I can ask, but I don't think you'll cause a fuss. Anyone opposed to Anna jumping in? No, I don't think that you wouldn't have to leave.
You could have bro time. I can leave.
There's all kinds of people here.
Where are you at?
I'm in here. I'm next to you.
No, in the game.
Oh, I'm right in front of a pipe, but behind a trampoline. I'm on World 2. I haven't gotten very far. I'm kind of doing a slow 96 exit thing. So.
Thank you.
There we go. I think everybody can hear you.
I feel like I've had plastic surgery done.
You look like you have.
I have a face mask on, and my face is toit like a toiga. I can't smile.
Toit. It's toit, very toit.
Very toit. Smoking a hunger.
Yeah, I see the. It's a clear face mask, but it's almost like a Barbie plastic.
Oh. ASMR.
ASMR. Done 6.5 feet from the microphone.
Well, I didn't want it to be loud.
No, you're okay. I'm just messing with you. You're
it's
great.
The sound of caffeine.
Oh, did you get it? Oh yeah. I didn't get a single bleeding one there. My goodness.
This is as wide as I can open my mouth.
Oh no.
I'm trying to drink out of the straw. I realize that's weird out of context.
No, that's okay. I understand. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in this. So anyway, I'm in the second world, and I've gotten. Whoops. Sorry, I bumped the mic.
Boo.
Yeah.
I've never played this.
I know, and I've tried to get you to play it a couple times, and you just hadn't felt like it at those times. I guess.
Oh, I just always forget we have so many games.
We do have quite a few games. We've been game collecting for some time. There we go.
How do you do that so quickly and precise? Like, I try to bop one of those things and it just does not, like, it takes 5 tries for one block.
That's not me, that's this game being really, really awesome at reading the inputs, for the most part. It'll eat an input. It will eat an input here and there. So. Oh, my goodness sakes. But yeah, but anyway, I was, what was I saying? I was saying something about Spaceballs. I know that, and then I think I like Mel Brooks movies in general. I liked Dracula Dead and Loving It too.
Didn't he do Robin Hood Men in Tights?
He did.
Yeah, that was really good.
He did Blazing Saddles as well, which was
isn't he
somewhat more controversial?
Kind of an interesting person, and by that I mean like people don't like him for some reason. I don't know the story, but like I've heard people talk mad crap about him.
He's eccentric for certain, and he's I would argue if I had any sort of insight, I would argue a lot of people, and that I'm not offering an opinion on it, but he's very. This is the worst place for the P-switch to be. He's much more about comedy, and he doesn't really care if there's bits that would be offensive to people.
See, I think that's nice though.
Well, you know, I
screw everybody, right? Not just screw some people, but screw everyone. Just kidding. I love people, except for the people at Walmart.
That was a long thing there.
When they come out of Walmart, they're okay again.
Are they? Okay.
Once they leave the parking lot.
Fair enough.
We went from science to flat earthers to Star Wars to KOTOR
to
Spaceballs. Oh my god.
We did. So now there's a weird drilling noise outside of my window. Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought you said it first when I read that quietly before I read it out loud. I thought you were saying there's a weird one outside our window, and I'm like, I thought I had a noise gate on this. Yeah, we've gone a lot. We talked about science. When we talked about science, we talked about time, we talked about entropy and decay, we talked about the fourth dimension, we talked about measurement, we moved that to flat earthers as a theory, we moved that to my opinion on flat earth, we moved that to...
You guys are so random and I'm not even here.
Oh, it's
Screw literally
screw. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say on those kinds of things. If I can say so, I completely agree, Gib. I completely agree. Go somewhere else. Go.
They're so cute.
Yeah, boos are adorable. If you wait long enough and you don't let them move, they stick their tongue out at you. Yeah,
does it take too long?
No, it takes a little bit, but it didn't take that long. I just want to get to
a do your thing.
Solid platform. I mean, it's solid. Okay, here we go. We'll leave this one boo. This is a perfect test. Watch, ready? He'll do a little blah, 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 blah. Watch. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god, that is adorable.
How cute is that? Oh, here's the big one. Oh, look at me. If you, yeah, I think if you take his arm, I think if you take the arms of the sprite off when he's covering himself, I believe he's just the same but blushing.
You take his arms?
If you're doing this, you can't do it here, but in the you can do it in the sprite editor.
He ain't got no feet. You're gonna take his arms.
Well, he can fly though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Touche. Or wait, what was it?
Touche.
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 Oh, I love the little tongue sticking out. They're so cute.
Yeah, boos are adorable. La 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 la.
Not so adorable in Mario 64 though. They used to scare me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, when I was a kid, obviously, not now.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Yesterday.
You can get scared by Mario ghosts. You got...
No, I was just being...
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. Yesterday, you got... Oh, was that... It wasn't yesterday.
I get spooked I get spooked by the dark. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it happens. Some people are... What is it? Noctophobic?
Mario is brutal.
I believe it's called noctophobia? Is that... correct?
It's like I like the nighttime, but I don't like the nighttime.
No, don't
do that.
No, let's not go down that road. It's an inside joke, that.
It's a bit from the TV show Atlanta, which is amazing.
I love that show. Ah!
Don't touch the round goo.
I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about touching the big hole at the bottom.
Yeah, that'll bad too.
Yeah. There. Okay. Let's see. You can rip off the arms of Mario. Okay, so also when I introduced someone to Red Dwarf, a sci-fi sitcom, I told them it was a little similar to Spaceballs. Thoughts about my process there? I couldn't even begin. I'm not.
What's Red Dwarf?
I'm not familiar with Red. I mean, I'm familiar with what a Red Dwarf would be, but I don't know what Red Dwarf the sitcom is.
Sounds like something we need to watch.
But if you said it was similar to Spaceballs, I would be interested in watching. It's something that's self-aware and.
Is it streaming anywhere? Like Netflix or Hulu? Ulu.
Yeah, or you can rip off his arms. No, you have to use a sprite editor to remove his arms are a separate layer. They're the fourth most layer. So, and then behind is the second layer, and you know, there is a game called Brutal Mario though, and it's brutal. Not that brutal, but it's brutal. I think these little skulls are adorable too. They are little. They have little John Lennon sunglasses on. Boy. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is probably the most wholesome game, but there are versions of it out there. There are definitely some really neat ROM hacks that are not only make the difficulty more brutal, but also I think Brutal Mario is about Yoshi is a bad guy and he eats all the dinosaurs. He's a kind of a dinosaur cannibal, so to speak, and then you're trying to, or maybe I got it backwards. Maybe Mario eats. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mario eats dinosaurs, and
Well, that's why they're extinct.
it's been a while, but I think it's Mario eats dinosaurs, and he's going and pursuing. I don't know. It's really odd. It's on Netflix over here in the UK, I think. Not sure about other places. We have a VPN, so that's not too big of a problem.
I don't know how it works, but
VPNs?
well, I don't know how to like boot it up and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I can help with that. How's it feel?
I'm peeling off my face mask, and the peel porn on this is amazing. It's a term.
Okay.
It's a term.
Okay.
Like satisfying peels. That's a weird word.
It's what Aaron Hansen calls the peelies. Savoring the peelies.
Oh, I'm savoring these. Ouch.
I'll have to give it a shot. I don't know. It's so random what it's so random what you get on Netflix between regions.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I made a mistake.
They just took weeds off, and I'm so mad because I loved that show. I just got you in.
It was nice. It was a good show.
We got to season 2, episode 1, and they took it off.
You going for all 96 seconds? The answer is I'm going to try to, but I'm doing it very casually. It's not like a speedrun style. But yeah, I'm trying to do the most casual 96 exit run. I mean, I probably won't be on here for too terribly much longer, as I still have to cook food and make some phone calls and stuff like that. But I'll do as much of this, then I'll probably pick up whenever I have the opportunity to do so next. Of course, I know I still have another. I'm looking forward to being able to do GoldenEye, hopefully in the very near future too.
Who are you doing that with?
I'm hoping to get to finish that project up with hopefully a special guest. I'll say
Special guest.
I'll say that. I can't.
I'm not even in the know.
I don't want to spoil anything unless it's already been spoiled, in which case then it can be spoiled.
No, you didn't tell me nothing.
But I have a very, very special guest.
Do I know this person? Have I met them?
I'm not saying anything.
I don't.
Let's see. Real quick. Hold on. I was on Twitter for a sec, but with Red Dwarf, it may be at least some streaming platforms. Just depends on which country. Yeah, we'll take a look through our streaming platform. If nothing else, we have a VPN, so we can always switch over if we have to.
You know what sounds really fun to me?
What sounds really fun to you?
This isn't going to sound fun to anyone else.
Okay.
But give me a few beers.
Okay.
And then I read the chat and I give everyone a voice.
It takes a few beers for
Everyone
that?
turns Italian, but
you couldn't end up with, you couldn't just read it in a
Oh, I could.
Hold on, I was on Twitter for a sec with Red Dwarf. I was, give him a voice.
I can't do that good of it.
You don't have to do a voice like that. You can do any voice you want to.
You caught me on here on Twitter, lol. Thoughts on... Oh, God.
See, you could do it like this. Here's a freaking topic. Thoughts on spoilers if they are exempt, if they're really old, i.e. Star Wars Episode 5. Is a special guest Pierce Brosnan. I wish. He's my favorite Bond.
He's your favorite Bond.
He's my favorite Bond.
You're going to say that after I showed you Daniel Craig.
I have seen one Daniel Craig film, and it was Casino Royale, which has already been done, and it was done well. All right. Pierce Brosnan. No, you're okay. Daniel Craig was great, and I love Mads Mikkelsen as the bad guy. However, I still love Pierce Brosnan.
I just like that he's the most like action-y
Oh, he's yeah, he's
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
yeah, he
Like,
definitely.
he definitely does more action, less lady. Well, no, there's still plenty of ladies, but
That's kind of a Bond staple, I think.
well, no, there's still plenty of ladies. But I just like that there was more like boom, bang.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Pow.
yeah. They definitely the format's changed. So anyway, sorry to answer your question, Viddy. I'm. It depends on the age of it, but I typically like stuff like Star Wars Episode 5, Episode 4. Not only was not only was that done in the 70s and 80s, but at the same time, like it's such a popular culture icon that I think most people have seen it. Now my thing doesn't come to time so much as it does age, which is oh shoot, like we all know the major. I'm gonna say this, tiptoeing around the same thing. Like, we all know the major spoiler of Episode 5 because it's become kind of a Mandela effect line, but the basis of that line is still accurate. Yeah, but if my 8-year-old daughter hasn't seen that, I don't want to spoil that for her. But for those of us who are, those of us who are in our 20s, 30s, 40s, those kinds of, that age, most of us have already probably seen it.
It's situational.
Yeah.
It just it depends on who it is.
All you've got to do for my voice is an Englishman that sounds tired and confused at all times.
No, you do not want me to do an English accent. Or an Australian. Oh my god.
I've heard your voice, AR. I wouldn't say confused at all times. You definitely have what I would consider to be an English voice by my understanding, but I wouldn't say confused. I have heard some tired sometimes, just because you say you're exhausted, and
do an English accent.
I can't do a good English accent.
I can do like Cockney sometimes.
It's kind of the same as saying it would be almost the same as saying do an American accent. There's so many dialects.
Oh, you American, you just do a he and a ha.
I'm not sure if anyone can imitate my Australian accent, or a waitress once thought I was British. Loosely makes sense. Sure, yeah. I understand. I mean, there's British connotation, obviously, because of the.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Harry Potter and Game of Thrones are really part of spoilers discussion. Like season 1 of Game of Thrones is not exempt from spoilers or something. Huh? Yeah, we haven't seen Game of Thrones. I've read the books, or at least 5 of the books, but I've not seen any of it. I changed it. I saw some of the first episode a long time ago, but I was raising a daughter, and it's not really an appropriate thing to have on with maybe children in the room. I watched a little bit. Was like, oh my goodness, this is a little bit more graphic than even the books, and had to turn it off for a while.
Oh, my big Scottish accent, eh?
No, Simba, I am your father. Yeah, it's that one.
Is this a good Scottish accent? A little bit like Stewie.
That's a good. I just breathe.
Oh, we can do the beans and mash. Oh, that's back to English.
Beans and mash.
I don't know, bangers and mash.
Sausages and mashed potato. Yeah. But
I don't try and sure hard.
You're trying sure hard. Okay, sorry. Or Toy Story 2 with Buzz and Zurg. Yeah. I thought that was fun, and I think oh shoot, I can't remember who played the voice of Zurg. I think they said that they got Wayne Knight to do Zurg as well, though. I think. Give us your best Scottish accent. So that's such a loaded gun, Gib. Scottish accents, I understand that the basis of the stereotype, but I don't know. I've not been to Scotland.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
It was so bad you didn't even know what I was attempting. That's how bad it was.
You said it, but you went so high. You were like, yeah, that Scottish accent was interesting. Yes, yeah. When I hear Scottish, so it's just like the connotations of it. I don't know that I would be able to do it very well. Let me see if I can try. No, I don't even think I can get in the headspace. I'd have to give it a second of practice. Even it's a lot of it's. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I don't. Oh, well, that happened.
Oh no.
I wasn't paying attention. I will say one thing for my showcase: no one talk in a voice that's not their own. I guess make it genuine and make it you. Yes.
Hey, this is my voice.
My voice is. That's kind of.
I do.
You do so.
Random sounds.
You do a lot of it. But I guess Scottish for me is the thought that I get with Scottish is more tongue. It was so bad that it's so bad Retro just thought she was peeling off the face mask in pain. I did kind of, actually.
Oh God, that's great.
Not trying to be rude.
No, that's hilarious.
I didn't. So you said something about it, and I thought you were being silly about it, but I thought you were. I did think you were actually just hurting.
Well, I am over here just slowly peeing.
I see that, and you. No, you're perfectly. Yeah, no, just different. It's like like I said, it's like saying doing an American accent, and over here we have the Southern accent, which is the stereotypical, what we'd call twang, and then you have which the South is where we're from, and
Californian dude.
You have the surfer bro, Californian. You have the slow drawl of Mississippi. You have the extended O's of the Midwest, Wisconsin, Michigan, those kinds of areas. Canadian kind of bleed.
Yeah, me sounds like a Texan mixed with one from New Jersey.
You have Louisiana, which has 3 separate and very distinct different dialects, as well as Creole. You have the toe, which is the Yat, and then you have the traditional Cajun bleed, and then you have the Creole bleed.
Oh no!
There we go. I got it.
Saved.
Barely. So it's really tough when you say do a Scottish accent. It's only I can only imitate the stereotype. Or I can do a really awful Liam Neeson. I mean,
ooh,
do a really awful Liam Neeson.
Is he Scottish?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, snap!
No, he's not. He's Irish. I'm wrong. Ewan McGregor is Scottish.
Oh.
I'm wrong. Yeah. Liam Neeson is Irish. But see, if I were gonna do Irish, I would try to stick closer to Heaps, and Heaps is his accent is much. I would say much less stressed. It's much more muted as an accent, in my opinion.
I just turned to a leprechaun the other day.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well.
It's as close as I can get. It is my best.
I don't really know.
I'll always try though. I'll always try to get better because I really like. I think doing accents is really cool. I think it's a talent.
Yeah. Well, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Especially those people who can sound like Siri and stuff, and they do the robot calls or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are amazing. I like props to those people.
I'll say for mine. I didn't space them out right, so this last one's gonna be a mushroom. I'm gonna break my whole thing. Nope, I got a flower. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not great. Like, it's not that I'm not necessarily good at accents. It's just that when I have so many people over there, they're so much more familiar with it, and then all I can do is pull from a stereotype where all of you guys have. I say all of you guys. I'm not necessarily saying that, but there's a greater level of accessibility to genuine versions of those accents. The internet's wonderful. I get, you can talk to anybody, but I feel like that a lot of you who live over there in Europe have greater access to genuine Scottish accents, and I'm sitting there going, I don't know if I could even begin to do that. The thing about it though is, in my specific voice, I tried because I used to have a very thick Southern accent, one which was so thick that to some extent one of my employers couldn't even understand what I was saying in some cases, and so I really worked really hard to. I should have just done this, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna Magic Koopa, leave me alone. Anyway, so I worked very actively to get rid of any type of accent that I had, and so even though I am from the South, which has a very heavy and stereotypical accent, my own accent is fairly neutral, I feel. Do an impression of my accent. I'm hovering over the unsubscribe. I couldn't do a great one. Do your best, Sean Connery. So that's the thing. Like, Sean Connery to me doesn't sound like the stereotype Scottish accent. He's got that. Yeah, he did. He had like that. What we call what I've heard called or referred to as a slush, where you get an extra sh sound in a lot of the words.
Oh, like a form of crap. What is it?
instead of giving the word S a ts sound, it gets a sh sound. So he said instead of saying words, he'd say words.
Yeah.
It's got an extra.
Is that a form of speech impediment, or is that just how he talks? It's actually interesting.
It's a developed speech habit.
That's interesting.
It could be a form of speech impediment, technically speaking, but it's generally an acquired speech trait. Oh, James Bond retro after the next one after Craig. I would love to. I believe that James Bond is supposed to be slated to be an African American woman next go around, though. I'll have to pick it up after her. You can be the. I'm not. My voice, my accent, and my voice are nowhere near as charming as any of the Bonds that have been. So.
I disagree.
I like my voice.
I am biased.
I like my thank you. I like my voice for communicative reasons, but
I think you have a really nice radio.
Well, thank you. I have a great face for radio too. I've been told.
You have. Oh, boo! That's not true. Well, wait. I mean.
Having a great face for radio is the insult of saying, hey, you're.
But couldn't it?
You're ugly.
But it doesn't mean you don't have a good face, brother.
Well, it doesn't necessarily, but the implication
is. Forever.
You're very sweet. Robin Williams did that Conroy impression of Mrs. Robin Williams was such an awesome impressionist, though. He did a really great. Oh, I got who did it? Yeah, he did great just about everything he did. I remember the. Let me undo that bow and get to know you. Yeah, I remember the. I also love his impression of a hot dog. It's in Mrs. Doubtfire as well. You've not seen that though, yeah? Yeah.
I seen the house it was filmed in.
You really?
Yeah, we drove by it when I was at Cal.
Oh.
We don't really know what's gonna happen post Craig, to be sure. Then again, I'm the most casual of casual Bond fans. I've only seen a few films and played GoldenEye and Nightfire.
I like Bond quite a bit. I actually have read several of the books, and I would love to buy the books. I'd love to have the books. Oh!
Find them.
I think my buddy has them all, and he's willing to part with them.
Oh, at the shop?
Yep, I believe he's willing to part with them. Mrs. Doubtfire still holds up to today. Very touching movie and it definitely is. Mrs. Doubtfire. I was watching clips of that literally just day before yesterday, going, I gotta watch it again. Yep, Pierce Brosnan was also in that. He was, and he was the most good guy, bad guy that I've ever seen. Which is, in my opinion, pretty great. Pierce Brosnan is also Irish, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong on that. He could be English, but I believe he's Irish. But yeah, I don't know. I love accents, but I'm not phenomenal at all of them, and I don't want to be too through.
Speaking of spoilers that we got a while back.
Have you seen Robin Williams Explains Golf? Highly recommend. I love Robin Williams Explaining Golf. I knock a ball in a gopher hole. I love it's just. So you're just so like croquet? No, without all his language. Screw croquet. I'm putting stuff in the way, like sand and bushes and water. It's one of my favorite bits. Yes, that one and the Jim Carrey bit about how Jimmy Stewart could make anything sound wholesome, which includes him making a nuclear fallout sound really wholesome. Isn't it amazing how that can just melt your face right off? He's just sitting there and he's got this like wholesome face. Jim Carrey is the best facial impressionist ever.
There's some, okay, I know it's TikTok, but there's a girl on TikTok who, did I show you her, who looks just like Jim Carrey?
No.
She is a dang doppelganger if I ever saw one. And she does her facial expressions match 100%. I'll show it to you. She's phenomenal. Of course, she's only known as like the Jim Carrey lady, which is bad, 'cause I'm sure there's much more to her. But
yeah,
at least it got her famous.
You get typecast.
So now maybe she can branch out and show her real self.
That's a brilliant Scottish. That's it. Thank you. That was just an impression of a guy who was American doing an impression of a guy who was Scottish. Plus, the fam have suggested I do voice acting or voiceovers. If I stop coughing constantly, I can constantly. I can probably see myself doing that as a case. I want to do that, if only for audiobooks, because I love to read books. and just to read them out to a microphone sounds really nice. I'd love to do it. My voice is not necessarily as soothing as someone like a Mark Thompson, but definitely I would enjoy it. I gotta head out. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, AR, I really appreciate you for jumping in. I know it's getting late. Well, it's super early for you, man. I appreciate you for staying on as long as you did. So, but hey,
awesome.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. I'll hopefully be seeing some more of your videos, and like I said, I can't make guarantees just yet, but I'm hoping to try to get back to some level of regular streams, and hopefully with some extra surprises, good surprises coming in the very near future.
What are you looking?
I'm thinking we may have a special guest.
Who's the special guest? I'll get it out of it.
No. I'm thinking we're having you and I will have a special guest soon.
Ooh, on the podcast?
On the
stream?
On the stream.
Oh, me's on the stream? Yay!
Yeah. Yes, but
I know who it is, but I can't say.
We can't say, but it'll be pretty.
It's worth it.
I think it'll be pretty great.
Oh yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to the next save, which I believe is after this fortress, and then I think I'll call it as well as a short stream so that I can go and cook dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna cook out. If we may not have a lot of sunlight. I may just have to.
Yeah. We'll have enough.
I may have to just call it quits after this level or so, but that was a good idea for me. Goodness. We'll see you later, Gib. I really appreciate you for dropping in as well. Thank you so much.
Have a good night or morning. I don't know what time it is there, but have a good everything.
It is. Oh. It is early morning in both of their necks of the woods. Yeah, it is. I think I said it was towards the beginning of this stream. It was 12. It was midnight, so I think it's about 2:30 or maybe 1:30 actually. Almost getting closer to 2.
Remember when we stayed up till 1 the other? I was like,
we did it. We did it.
I was like, I go to bed at 9.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I was.
Okay, I try to go to bed later. To be 10 to 11.
You do. We try to go to.
Don't. You have trouble sleeping.
Yeah, I can't. I can't sleep. I usually go to sleep around between 1 and 3 a.m. if I can, and I'm usually awake by about 5, depending.
Same here. Bye, Thumb.
All right. Hey, yeah, we'll see you a little bit. Well.
Wait, is that what that was? I may have gotten that wrong.
Wait. Let's see.
I gotta go now, and then Thumb said. Or maybe to take care.
Oh yeah, take care.
Never mind.
Sorry, Thumb.
My bad.
Yeah, I believe Thumb's time is a little closer to ours.
Oh, nice.
He is. I believe he would be about. I think he's 1 hour ahead of us. I try to keep track of everybody's times as best as I can.
That's really cool.
So yeah, I think.
Like that.
I think. Well, I want to be considerate as best as I can. I mean, I'm streaming for buddies as much as I am for myself. If and it's just a chance to kind of get away. But I want to be cognizant. I mean, people that are coming in to be a part of the stream. If it's 6 o'clock in the morning over there, then that's a lot of very kind effort that person is putting in to be a part of my stream. So
I've been changing my sleep schedule, sort of going to bed at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. unless someone falls asleep.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's I can understand. I don't want to be intrusive, but I'm kind of curious as to what your previous schedule was on that. I have problems sleeping for a couple reasons. Nothing hazardous to my health, save for as much hazard as you put on the lack of sleep being, But
I just have insomnia, but I have medicine, so I actually.
Yeah. I can't take medicine for mine.
Yeah. What's lucky when you...
It's not bad. I'm okay. 1 a.m. your time is like 7 a.m. my time. Well, I think video... wait a minute. Because it's morning. It's morning where you are, Viddy, right? You're what is it? 10:30 in the morning, or am I mixing that up with someone else? Be about 10:30 in the morning where you are, just about. So the difference there is. Well, that's a big difference too. I was gonna see if I could work it out first, but let's see. I'd have to look at the world clock when it's actually 1 a.m. I think it's about right on me. Yeah, I can understand. Let's see. I'd have to look at my world clock when it's actually 1 a.m., but I think it's about right. I could be wrong. I think you were saying it was. Was it you who was saying it was morning there though? It was 10. At the time it was 9. I think now it'd be about 10:30, maybe 11:30 even. 10:30. Okay, yeah. So 10:30 over there. So it's 10. So over here it's 7:30 p.m. It's 10:30 a.m. over there. So there's a pretty big difference there. And then I think you are 1 hour ahead of me, so 1 hour closer to his time. No, Vidia's if it's 10:30 a.m. right now, then yeah, then quite a bit ahead. So let's see, 7.
I'm gonna go wash my face, but everyone have a good night.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
No, of course. I'm trying to see. So it's yeah. I think from me, just doing a quick count there. I think Vidi is 15 hours ahead of me. And if 15 hours ahead of me, that would make him 14 hours ahead of you, Thumb, I believe. I could be completely off base there, but I believe he's 15 hours ahead of me and 14 hours ahead of you. But I might be wrong. So, if that is the case, then 1 a.m. Let's see. So, it's funny about time zones. Person UK can play. I play CNH. I played at midnight. Yeah, Anna. Yeah, it is. Thank you very much. Sleeping pattern session. Yeah. No, I understand the sleeping pattern piece of things. I just because it's fun. You can tell it's the American version because I can't eat the dolphins. Or not the Game Boy version. You can eat the dolphins in both the Japanese and the Game Boy versions of this game. I'm glad you can't eat it in the American version just because I think the dolphins are adorable. Yeah, anyway, I could be wrong on that, but I believe it's a 15-hour deficit. So if it's 12 a.m. here, then it's if it's 12 a.m. here, then it's add 12 hours to that. That'd be 12 p.m. So it'd be 3 p.m. there. And so in that same regard, it would be, like I said, there would be a 1 hour. You'd be 1 hour closer, I believe, Thumb, to his time. Come on. Thank you. Porky Puffer. No, you don't. I mean, he will. I can still jump on him. I got Yoshi shoes, but I don't want him. Anyway, I think that's it. The math in it is failing me at the moment just because I'm focused on. I took it a minute. But you can eat them in the GBA version. Better play that. Yeah, you can eat. I believe it's the GBA version and the Japanese version. You can certainly eat them in the Japanese version. So they are your there's no benefit to eating them and there's no detriment to eating them except for that you lose platforms. So in that version you can, lose the platforms. It's 12:30 a.m. where you are retro. No, it is 7:30 p.m. where I am. I gotta have a giant world clock on my. So I'm wearing the we were speaking about. I'm gonna segue this decently gracefully, I think. Or at least tie it in. I am wearing I like watches, and I am wearing a very inexpensive but watch that I absolutely love anyway. It's the Casino Royale James Bond watch that he wore, which is known as the Casio Royale. I believe it's the AE1200H, I think, or AH1200E. I can't remember which. And it has this beautiful digital feature and analog separate clock on the same face. So I can tell two different places at the same time. I really like that. Like I said, time's a big thing for me. I like to try and keep track as best as I possibly can. Yeah, my world clock on my phone makes more sense. Sure. Yes, I think if that stacks, at 7:30 p.m. here, I believe, Thumb, if I may say, I think it's 8:30 p.m. where you are, without disclosing a lot of information. And then the difference, I believe, between you, Viddy, and myself is 15 hours by that case. So so then the deficit there between myself, the discrepancy, the discrepancy between myself and Thumb would put Thumb 1 hour closer to 14-hour deficit from your time. Yeah, it's 7:30 p.m. It's 7:30 p.m. Tuesday evening, and over there it's 10:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. This is very similar to the areas of the Ukraine where there's a similar time difference. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't know. It's well, I mean, it's in big part because of the difference in if you if you are where I. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you're where I believe you've said you're from, then your location would be south of the equator, so that makes more sense. And we are north of that. I knew I was going to accidentally tap the button one too many times. I just didn't realize it was going to be in that. But really? I lost my iframes. Whoops. I lost my iframes in the same... in one frame, within one frame of that. The time gap is almost surreal considering I've done online multiplayer a few times with those in America on my afternoon time. Yeah, well, so that, yeah, it's, so, and the difference, that's the neat thing about the afternoon time is it's the most neutral time between those two time zones. So the thing that's really crazy is, if you think about it, with a 14-hour or 15-hour deficit there, you're playing in the early afternoon, and they are essentially, if you play 12 p.m., then you're playing with them at 3 p.m. But let's say you're playing with them at 12 p.m. your time, you're playing with them. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong there. I'm sorry. That would be 3 a.m. So I'm wrong there. It's a 12-hour gap, so it's different. If you did it over a 12-hour gap, I guess mornings would be the most neutral time then at that point. So 10 a.m., 10 a.m. probably. So if you played it with them at your 10 a.m., for them it'd be 10 p.m. plus 3, so that would be 1 a.m. actually. I gotta figure this out. But I'm trying to think of what the most neutral time would be. But the insane thing about it is, what's so insane about that, the concept in general is if you play, if it's 12 a.m. where you are, it's 3 p.m. where I am. If you decided to play a game with me, it's 3 p.m. the previous day. That's such a crazy concept to me. I was having trouble with the math there for a second, but yeah, I believe it's a 15-hour disparity. All right. So we're technically playing the same game at the same time, on two separate days. Trent Reznor, save me. Okay, that's what I needed. Oh, he's gonna get me. That's fine. There we go. For example, I think it was 8:30 p.m. once for someone I've played with, and 1 p.m. for me. 8:30 p.m. I wonder where that person was. 1:30 p.m. actually. Yeah, I wonder where that person was, because if you played at 8, if it was 1 p.m. for you, then it would be 3 a.m. for me. So by the time that you've just finished having your lunch, it will have been 3 in the morning for me. So at that point in time, I'm probably just barely getting to bed. So, but I do want to go ahead. I'm losing light outside, and I did promise I would cook out steaks, as well as, like I said, I have some phone calls to make and stuff. So I would like to, if I can, go ahead and end the stream here and say a humongous thank you to everybody who showed up and who's participated in the chat, dropped by to say hi, all of that great stuff. Thumb, it was great to get to talk with you again. I know our interactions for the most part had been kind of text-based and somewhat scattered. I appreciate you for dropping in. It was super great to get to talk with you, at least giving some voice to it. Los Angeles, California. Yeah, Los Angeles, California would be a little bit different. They're 2 hours behind where I am. So if it's 12 p.m. here, it's going to be 10 a.m. there. And so that difference in that case would put them, instead of 15 hours away, it'd put them 17 hours away. So, but anyway, I really appreciate it. And Viddy, I really appreciate you getting to drop in. I know things have been busy for you as well, but congratulations on moving into the new place. I'm glad it's going well. I'm very appreciative for you having dropped in. And I've had a blast with you guys as well, so I really want to say thank you for all that. I will get my list of games to you shortly. I will get them to you, in fact, if it's okay, I will get them to you tomorrow morning, because tonight I have phone calls, and like I said, I'm going to eat here in a bit, and then it'll probably be time for me to do some additional work and then get ready to try to head off to bed. But I'll send them to you tomorrow morning my time, so it'll probably be a little later in the day for you. But anyway, I really appreciate everybody for jumping in. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to transition us over. I'm going to get us some nice music. I like lo-fi music quite a bit. So if that is something you guys are not enjoying, please let me know. I don't want to do that, but there we go. Get some music coming in. I just find the music really relaxing, but I'm excited to see it in my messages. Yeah, I'm excited to send it. I know my voice is probably a little quiet compared to the music right now, but I'm excited to get to send it. I'm excited to get to send it. I had it, and then, like I said, things just got in the way, man. It got busy, so I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I will. I'll get that to you. I'll get that to you, like I said, tomorrow morning. It'd be tomorrow morning my time. My apologies, and but I'll send it to your inbox, and then just let me know what you need me to do from there, or how you'd like it done in format, and I will make sure to remain complicit in that, and we'll do whatever you need. So, but hey guys, like I said, I really appreciate it. It's been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope that we'll see you guys next time. Otherwise, have a great day, whatever time it might be. Have a wonderful day.